things that we bonded over. Yes,
The Bears.
sports.
Yeah.
The Bears.
Yeah. How'd you happen to start liking football?
My dad was a huge. I mean, he was a huge sports fan. He was a manly man. I mean, he was like John Wayne. He was a Marine. He was a police officer.
He was all the men.
He was all the men.
Right.
You know, he was Jim Brown.
Yeah.
I
met Jim Brown.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating, man.
That cat,
Very
when I met,
fascinating.
he was well out of football, but still like.
Oh
cat
yeah.
sing.
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah. Really fascinating guy. Wonderful guy.
Where'd you meet him?
In California.
I did too.
Yeah. He lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah, he did.
Lived, right.
Yeah, I met him at a party. You too?
No, at one of my concerts.
Really?
He and his wife came to one of my shows.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm. And she's wonderful.
Yeah.
But my dad he wanted little boys, and he ended up with girls, all girls. So, you know, we were like his little soldiers. So we've seen every war movie, we've seen every Western, we've seen every gangster movie, and we love every sport, you know, all of us.
Okay.
And so that's how I got into football.
All right, and that, I guess, sort of informed your view of men and women and your view.
Yes.
Yeah, right? And the way you sort of view.
Very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think you're more of a chauvinist than I am.
Absolutely. Yeah, and no shame in it. Where's the camera? And no shame in it. Nah, none at all. None at all. I mean, I think that those roles in many ways sustained family units. Oftentimes when you're in a group or when you're at a company, they talk about the importance of lanes, right? The importance of knowing your lane. And when you step out of your lane, you can destabilize something. Now, what I'm not saying is that you should be in a lane and that she should be in a lane. What I'm saying is be in the lanes that work for you. The lanes that happen to work for me are the traditional husband and wife lanes. Those are the lanes that work for me.
Yeah.
They don't have to work for you.
And to maybe open up lanes so other people have opportunity to be in a lane that maybe have been closed off to them.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Now, like, did you ever watch Mad Men?
Yes.
Like back, man, when you see how it really used to be.
It's
oh my God.
Wild. It's really wild. And so it's weird how, but this is how it always happened. The pendulum can't just swing slightly the other way. It has to swing all the way to the other end. So I was blessed to have the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mother. And that was a real gift that my husband was able to give me. He worked really hard. He worked so hard.
Yeah.
And but what back
And he's a
then,
good guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Until he's not.
Well,
but anyway,
can you blame
until I'm
him?
like, hey, you. No,
Because you might get out of pocket.
because I might just get out of pocket. But he not seeing back then how things were and how feminism blossomed as this choice. Women should have a choice about where they want to be.
Choice and options.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
all these years later, when you are standing, in the carpool lane, talking to other mothers, you can get shade for being a stay-at-home mother. Oh, well, you didn't want to do something with your degree, or you didn't want to do something, deeper with your life. And so there's this weirdo judgment.
Yeah.
So it's like the pendulum has swung all the way to the other side. So now I feel like it's going back to the center where you can have choices.
But now there's a group, right, the tradwives, you know what I mean, who are embracing that whole thing you're talking about. I mean, but to an extreme degree, that women are to stay at home, tend to kids if they have kids, or it's their responsibility to have kids. The trad wife, have you heard of that at all?
Of course, yeah. I mean, traditional wives, but I mean, I've often said,
but they seem to be kind of cosplaying the role. I mean, it's not. It's almost a caricature.
Well, see, but that's what social media breeds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Social media breeds this performative
Yeah.
way of being in the world.
Yeah.
So I have this saying, a man's home is his castle, a woman should know her place. And that really grits people. But what people don't realize, the operative word in that sentence is a man. So are you performing all of the duties that this traditional man performs, right? I don't. In our marriage, I and my children are afforded a life where my husband nurtures us and makes sure that we don't want for anything, right? And so I want to share that it's been like that since we were young married. So when we were living in a little apartment and, going to Save a Lot to get our groceries and, you're building things. And so there's levels and degrees to everything. Right now, a lot of these young girls think, you got to have Birkin bags. You got to have everything from the day you get married and all this stuff. You got to work together to build something, right? And so when I say that he has worked hard to sustain us, that's what he has done. And then my job is to take that sustenance that he has provided me with and make sure that I can take care of the family, take care of the household, and so as we have grown, the sustenance has grown, right? The house is a little bigger, the car is a little bigger, the other things, but it's always been my job to make sure that I don't, we don't live in excess, but that everybody is well taken care of, and that's what he has done.
How does he feel about you doing this?
I'm so very, very lucky. His relationship to my being a performer has evolved over the years. But
what do you mean, from what to what?
I think, by the time I met my husband, I had a whole career, from 25 to 35 when I married him. I had a whole career. I'd been all over the world and all this stuff. And I thought, okay, well, I'm ready to settle down and have kids. I don't have to work anymore. But what I didn't realize is that, my music, it wasn't something that it wasn't my job. It was who I was.
Right.
And it's something that I needed, it was a sustenance for me.
Right.
And
because you would be doing it whether you were making money or not.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I sing because I love it.
Right.
I get paid to travel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what you pay me for.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, I'm ready to give this up and I'm just going to be at home. And about 6 months later, I was on a flight to Europe.
Hey.
Doing about that.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. And so it was a couple of bumpy roads, but, he really knew how much it meant to me.
Yeah.
And we had to find each other's, I like to call them like marinade, our soul story, because there's something about the work that he does that really fulfills him, on a chakra level. And so I had to learn that language and he had to learn mine. And so that's something that, he's one of my biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah, of course, man. Because, ultimately, it wouldn't work if he wasn't, right?
No.
Nah.
It could work, but it wouldn't be as fun as it could be.
Yeah. Man. Well, some people don't understand, I'm going to say it, but when you do, entertaining, sometimes they don't, the things that they see from the outside is, you're just having fun, you're just on vacation. But no, you're at the gig. You know what I mean? So you're traveling, but you're going to the gig.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get to go all over the place. I don't never get.
I see the hotel room.
Yeah.
I see the airport and the hotel.
Same with me, my girl.
So how does your partner support you, if at all?
She does, but there's strain, because we're not in the same city.
Right.
We're not married, so, but we she understands, but I know that's not what she prefers, and I understand that. So I'm trying to get to a point where I can just be with her more often, you know. Yeah. But there's times like she has traveled with me. Here's the thing too, with comedy, I don't know why. I don't say people take it less seriously, but it's like, oh, you ain't doing nothing but comedy. You know, you ain't doing nothing comedy. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out.
Kick it.
Yeah, we're gonna kick it. But first of all, I'm not really a kicking it kind of guy anyway.
No, you are not.
Right. You know what I mean?
Eat and sleep.
Yeah. You know, I'm anti-kick it. No, but so I'm not even prone to do that anyway, and particularly if I got to go somewhere and do a show.
Right.
And like somebody wants, and that's the thing is like, on the day of a show, I don't want to go. Like some people do it differently. You know, some comedians like to go out. Like, I don't want to go to the mall. I don't want to go to the movies. I don't want to do a million things. I don't want to sightsee, you know what I mean, and have to come back.
Right, because
I just want to be at the hotel.
And you got to get your head in the game.
Yeah.
And for me, you know, I have so many amazing friends that are musicians. And
I met a few of them.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
And one a marvelous singer, and she taught me about voice rest, you know, and how important it is, especially on show days, to not speak. Especially on these cell phones, we have a tendency, we don't know it, but we have a tendency on the cell phones to speak louder. But if you're in front of me, then I know that I don't have to raise my voice, right?
Yeah,
and
to curse me out.
You
can whisper.
Which is often. And whispering is not good for your voice. It's like sandpaper on your voice. Okay. Yes. There's so many things. Coughing. Really bad. You want to go.
All right.
So, I mean, there's so many things as a vocal coach that, you know, I share with my students and that I have to learn myself over time, you know, and then as you get older.
So you teach singing as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But as you get older, your voice needs different things, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, the day of a show, you really need to be quiet. And oftentimes, especially like you said, when people come to the show, they want to come see you, they want to talk to you. Hey, we're here.
Yeah, man. And that's why, you know, I can't speak for you, but I'm not at the level of where you can have like an assistant dealing with all that stuff. You know what I mean? And not because you're trying to big time anybody. It's just I just need to focus, and then once the show is done, boom.
Yeah.
Now I can really ignore you. But you know what I mean? But no, you know what I mean? Once you get all that stuff taken care of, but having somebody who can just facilitate all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know who says that? Cats, football players who make it like to the Super Bowl. They say one of the biggest issues is dealing with family and friends for tickets, and they got to deal with all that stuff. Or if they play in a town where they have a lot of relatives or their hometown, they got to deal with all that stuff, man. So,
but you know, for the most part, I mean, I'm working with a couple of good booking agents, and usually the clubs are good with that. You know, the comps are the comps, right? So, you know, just like maybe they give you 2. Some places, if it's outlandish, they might give you 5, you know, something like that. I think the most I've ever gotten was 10.
Really?
Yep.
Who gave you that?
Yep. I think it was Jazz at Lincoln Center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, but they're very fond of you, and you work there regularly. Yeah. So that's why they gave you 10 comps.
I don't think it's because they like me.
You know what I'm saying? It's got, I mean, when they give it to you, they didn't like it?
It's just standard. It's just some things are standard. Some people don't give comps at all, right?
Right.
And so depending
So they just have a basic standard of class. Right? It ain't like if you playing at T-Bones.